Hello friends, congrats on being selected for ESE interviews 2017, and interview is the easiest stage in the entire process of engineering service examination, yet it is very important as this will decide your rank and also the selection. And from my side I have two important suggestions. The first thing is throughout the interviewing process you maintain the eye contact with the person who is asking the question, and second, you always maintain a very mild smile throughout the process. Now normally what happens is, whenever you are unable to recollect answer or whenever you are thinking about an answer, you tend to lose the eye contact with the person. So be very aware of this part and you be conscious of this eye contact. At the same time, if at all you are not able to answer a question, again your smile will fade away. So be conscious of these two things, that is your smile and also the eye contact. And friends, the technical subjects which you have to focus more are, first is power system protection, and the second is power system stability part, and the third is machines part. And now I am giving you these three subjects, keeping in mind the discussions that I have done with the other toppers and all. So you don't have to go for the advanced topics, you just have to focus on the basics part of all the three subjects. And apart from this, you also find out who is the board member of your particular board and try to find out his profile and his area of interest. Okay, because if you can impress the board chairman, you will get very good marks. And that is all from my side. First thing is maintain the eye contact with the board, with the person who is asking the questions. Second is maintain a smile throughout the process, and the technical areas where you have to focus are power system protection, power system stability and machines, and try to find out the profile of the board chairman. Thank you.
Hi friends, congrats to all ESE aspirants who had cleared the exam and was going to attend the interview. And we know that this interview is very crucial part in the total ESE examination, because each and every mark counts and it decides your rank and it decides your department which is going to be allocated. See, already the examination is happened, so we had in our hands the interview session, so try to score as much as you can. Now here I want to talk to you about the technical things that to be prepared for the interview. See, please don't experiment any new things, don't take a new book or something to read. Try to read whatever you had read up till now. Maybe it is the institute material or your handwritten notes or the textbook that you had read all these days. And please focus on basic things of each and every subject. Generally we won't be asked our interested subjects, but you just prepare at least 2 or 3 subjects somewhat deeply. If by any chance if they ask you what are your interested subjects, then you will be lucky to say those subjects and you will be answering those subjects very well. And please don't leave any subject, if it is transducers or if it is analog, plus don't leave any subject, at least read the basic things in the each subject. For example, we had heard from our friends, they were asked about the transducers, which transducer is used to convert pressure into force, etc. And we had also heard from our friends about questions from analog. Even though we are electrical, we have been asked questions from these EC subjects and measurements. So please don't leave any subject. Whatever you had prepared till now for the examination, please plan the same for these 10 days or 15 days up till your examination, up till your interview. And one more thing, please find what are the technical issues in each in the department which you had kept for the first preference. For example, in the railways, what is the electrical department that is necessary, or what are the electrical applications that is there in the railways, or your specifications or your suggestions to the railway department from your side, or in the defense, etc. So prepare all the subjects and please be very well in the basics. If you don't know any answer from the technical, please don't bluff and be prepared to say that I don't know or I am sorry, or if you want to guess something about the question from technical, please ask the permission of the panel member and then say your answer, say your guessed answer, and also say that it is your guess but you are not sure about that answer. So by this way you will be getting an impression from the interviewer that you are not bluffing or saying something simply or to make that they don't know something. Please don't argue with the members, and this is what I want to say you, and all the best my dear friends. Thank you.
Hello and congratulations to each and everyone for clearing ESE 2017 mains. Now we are at the last stage of our examination, that is personality test. All of you have already sent your DF. I request you to go through your DF word by word. For that, what you do is you keep yourself in the shoe of interviewer. You take a pen, paper, take a notebook, write down all the probable questions that can be asked out of your DF, so that in your main interview, if some of the questions are asked from your notebook, you should not be searching for words over there. That should directly come to your mind at that moment only. Like suppose for example, if your name is Vivekanand, so you should have some basic points known for Swami Vivekananda. Like you should have a brief idea regarding your places you visited, like your high school education as well as your job profile and working. I am telling you, for working guys as well as who did their BTech, MTech and PhD, have a basic idea about your BTech project, last year project, MTech project as well as your PhD if at all you are pursuing it, and have good knowledge regarding your job profile. The most important part of your DF is summary sheet. Only chairperson will have the entire DF form and rest all members will have only this summary sheet. So be thorough with this summary sheet in particular, I would say. Suppose you have a hobby of some sport, so you should know that what is the changes happened in that sport, what are the recent tournaments, who won, who lost. If they ask you something regarding opinion, like recently India lost to Pakistan, if they ask you some opinion, don't be biased, give a diplomatic answer, try to give a diplomatic answer. This is what I would like to suggest you. Some of you might have this belief of wearing turban or putting tilak or wearing some rings. I would suggest you need not bother, you go with it, just be in a position to justify whatever you are wearing or whatever you are putting. And for as far as technical is concerned, kindly go through the book that has been already provided to you. Remember, this interview is not only about your correct or right or wrong answers, it mainly depends on the way you express it. With this, I conclude. Thank you and good luck.
Hello friends. First of all, hearty congrats to all the candidates who have cleared mains. Now you are at the final round of the exam, that is personality test or personal interview. Now you are just one step ahead of fulfilling your dream of becoming an Indian Engineering Services officer. So try to focus more, just don't lose the opportunity, try to grab the opportunity. Now coming to your DAF form, try to focus on every word of your DAF form, like your service preferences, your previous project, like it may be BTech or MTech, like your previous job profile, and like your native place significances, and like your hobbies and extracurricular activities, whatever you have mentioned there in the DAF form, try to focus on every word. So now coming to your technical subjects, try to focus more on some specific subjects, like if you are basically from an ECE background, try to focus more on subjects like electronics, communications and electromagnetic theory. Try to focus, don't neglect the other subjects because they are also important, but if you focus more on these, there is scope for the questions to be asked more from these areas. And now coming to current related issues, try to focus more on the issues like technology issues in railway departments or telecom departments and naval services, whatever. Try to focus more on the current related issues. And now finally, try to maintain proper sleep and diet. Start practicing it onwards now, or start practice it at least 1 week before the interview, because if something goes wrong, it might show huge impact on you on the day of interview. And generally UPSC panel members will be very friendly with you. Maybe at some point of time, just to test you or analyze you, they'll show some gestures like sarcastic smiles. Just don't take them in a negative way. Be positive in all the time. Every minute of the interview, be positive. Just be confident till the interview. So you will get what you want. So all the best.
Hello students. First of all, congrats to all for being shortlisted for the ESE interview. So, you have crossed two important hurdles. One is prelims and mains. Now, the last hurdle lies before you. My suggestion for you is, don't think how many marks you got in prelims or mains. Now, your main motto has to be getting more marks in the interview, because every mark matters a lot in order to get department or in order to get selection. So, how to get more marks? So, let me tell you, the marks is a function of your technical knowledge, your application and proper body language coupled with confidence. So, let me tell you, let me come from the beginning, like what is the technical knowledge you have to acquire. So, actually the interview process, that means the interview questions, the technical questions which are asked by the UPSC panel, it will vary from person to person depending upon their DAF profile, because someone might be working, someone might not be working, someone might be fresher. So, for the job person, that means the person who are working, so they might be having experience like from 1 month to 6 years. It varies from person to person. Even though it is very less experience, my suggestion for you is prepare everything regarding your job profile, not only your sub module. If you are working on a sub module, try to know about the whole module, try to know about the whole company related to current affairs and also regarding the past. Okay. Next, coming to the next profile, that means nothing but if you are having an MTech, suppose if you are having MTech, so try to get more knowledge regarding your specialization, because there might be a more chance that you will get questions on your specialization. Next, suppose if you are a BTech graduate, so what are the subjects, means how you have to prepare. For example, if I take an ECE specifically, so electronics and communication, don't try to concentrate only on electronics or only on communication. Here width is very, very important compared to depth. First, width, that means try to gain more knowledge in both electronics and also communication subjects. Next, you have gathered all the knowledge regarding this one, not only the static knowledge, try to gain the application. That means here application also very important, it will fetch you more marks. So, it is better, my suggestion is get the means textbooks. In the textbooks you can find, like at the end of the topic you can find the applications also. Try to go through the internet or try to go through the textbooks, and I will suggest you prepare more for the contemporary applications, because if you tell the applications also, your marks, the marks which you are going to get, it will definitely increase. So, I have talked about the how to gain the technical knowledge. Let us come to the how to get a proper body language. So, for example, try to attend as many mock interviews as possible, and they will give you in a CD format your recorded interview. So, try to see your interview, you will be your best judge. Try to improve the body language according to the tips they have given. So, try to improve it, practice such that your body language should indicate that your confidence level. So, at the end, the confidence, how to gain the confidence. I told you already, you have prepared every point regarding the DF, already you have prepared regarding your job profile, already you have prepared everything. So, definitely your subconscious will be trained to get a full confidence. Definitely your performance will be at the peak during the interview. My suggestion for you is prepare along with the knowledge, try to get the contemporary knowledge, try to train your subconscious regarding the confidence. Confidence means here the way you answer, it is not about the how much you know, the way you answer also matters a lot. So, knowledge, application with confidence and proper body language. So, each thing, if you append each and everything, your marks is going to get increased from 100, 120, 130, 140, and even you can score 150, 160 also. It all depends on how you will perform at the interview. So, friends, my suggestion for you is please follow this rule. So, once again, all the best to one and all for your shortlisting in the IAS interview. Thank you.
Hello friends, congrats on getting selected to engineering services interview. And myself, after attending 3 years of interview in UPSC, I would like to put all my experience in words so that it may be beneficial to you. I am going to take this in 2 parts. What you should be aware of yourself in your interview, and how you should prepare for the interview. See, in interview room, you should be like, whenever the chairman or the board member asks some question, be pertinent and make your answer so simple. Don't beat around the bushes. Make it so simple and to the point. Hit on the nail. That is a major thing that decides your marks a lot. And the second point is never try to argue with board members, because in my one of my interviews I got 148, but my least mark in the 3 interviews is 130. I think why this is because I unintentionally, matlab unknowingly, I was like, it seemed to be arguing with the interviewer. So the board member itself stopped that argument. So never try to argue with the board members. And if you want to tell anything, if the interviewer is not in line with you, you just say that according to my what I remember is like this, and I will try to recheck that. Like that you can tell your view. Don't try to push your views onto the interviewer. That is the thing. Another thing is keep smiling. Don't be nervous. Don't be so dull. Keep smiling and answer the question. Another thing is be truthful, honest, because whatever, if you know the question, if you know, you say you can answer, and if you don't know, you say don't know simply, and don't try to say something which is not relevant to the question, right? And another thing I suggest is, coming to the preparation of the interview, you have to focus on first the general aspect and next your technical aspect. In the general aspect, what you should focus is your personal and your DAF, your personal things and whatever you fill in the DAF. Every word in the DAF you should be able to justify, because see, my interview, the very first question is, what do you know about Harshavardhana, King Harshavardhana, because my name is Harshavardhan. So you should be able to guess these kind of questions and be prepared with that. And whatever you fill in the DAF regarding your college, your region, your state, what kind of livelihood is there in your state, what kind of crops you, food habits, or which minerals are famous in your state, whatever you are ought to be known, you should be revising all those things and you should go for the interview. And coming to a general aspect only, in general aspect the questions can be from your personal and DAF, or these general aspects can come from your civil engineering itself. Current affairs of civil engineering you just look at, like the questions can be the recent tunnel they have opened in Jammu and Kashmir. So you should be aware of that, which is the longest tunnel in India, which is the longest bridge in India. In Assam they have opened, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh they have connected through Dola Sadia bridge. You should be able to know whatever is happening currently in civil engineering. It shows your interest towards civil engineering, and many questions like this in current affairs you can go through. The questions can be like green buildings, what is the agency which certifies green buildings, and UPSC itself is a green building. You should be aware of that, and they are asking questions on that also. And recently Maharashtra has come with a fly ash utilization policy, means all projects which they are going in the undergoing in the state, they should use 15% of the fly ash either in cement or road construction, like that. Whatever current affairs you feel is related to civil engineering, you should be going through. General part can be from your personal and DAF, and it can be from your civil engineering. And from DAF, preferences what you give, the first preference, second one and the last preference, why you have opted for that, why that particular department is your first preference, second preference or the last preference. You should be able to answer, or you should be able to justify that why you are opting for that. right. And coming to the technical part, it is in two ways you can prepare. This technical part, mostly they will be asking questions from your practical applications, civil engineering related practical applications. The questions can be like, see, the Sri Lanka fisherman issue is there. This is the previous interview question I am discussing. Sri Lanka fisherman issue is there. Fishermen from India are crossing the limits of Indian water, and they are crossing the limits of each other borders. What is the solution for that? As a civil engineer, what solution you will give? This is the previous interview question only. As a civil engineer, what we can suggest is, by using GPS, you can easily make fishermen know that they are crossing their limits. Like that, many applications in civil engineering are there. The questions can be like, nowadays transportation engineering, you have many applications like hyperloop technology is coming up. Then in railways, maglev technology, trains are coming up. These and all practical applications of civil engineering, you should be careful. And if they ask like all the rivers or some rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, these and all have crossed the limit of capacity of self purification. How can you what measures you can suggest for this? This is my interview question actually. What measures you can suggest for this? Like this kind of questions you can expect. These are all practical applications of the subject what you have read till now. And the questions can be like coming to the structures, the questions can be what you will prefer, or which kind of structures you prefer in earthquake zone, like that. You should be in a position to give solutions like, I will adopt a base isolation or seismic dampers, slosh tank. These kind of solutions are there. These are all you should be able to answer. And coming to the technical part, it can be from your theoretical part of civil engineering, what you have studied till now, or it can be from your practical applications of just now the examples what I have discussed. You should more focus on these four, so that 99% of the questions will be from these kind of things only. The other 1% can be from completely general in the sense like what is TPP, or they can ask like how GST can affect whether you support it or not, how interlinking of rivers, this Ken Betwa they are linking, how it is going to affect, or what is Brexit, how it affects European Union. These kind of questions are completely general, and these won't be much more in your interview, and you should focus less on this. And the four parts what I have discussed till now, you should focus on this more, so that your chance of answering question will be more. And last thing is interview, you should have some luck also, luck factor also helps. Apart from that, you should prepare these four topics. And finally, I wish everyone all the best.
My name is Krishna Chaitanya. I secured 9th rank in Engineering Services Examination 2015 in Mechanical Engineering stream. Chairman of my interview panel was Sri Vinay Mittal. There were 4 members in my panel. From the questions asked, it looked like one of the members was a professor and another was a member from industry. My interview lasted for about 20 to 25 minutes. Generally, most interviews are largely based on DAF. Even in my case too, most of the questions asked were about the details I mentioned about my job in DAF. There were also some questions about technical topics which are not related to details mentioned in DAF. So one should be thorough with fundamentals of all technical topics. Beyond that, there could be some subjects which could be related to the details mentioned in DAF. These subjects should also be prepared in view of the recent news or practical applications. One should try to prepare all the questions one could think of from DAF. I wasn't able to answer questions related to business terms which the panel members felt that I should be aware of because of my job. The interview members were cordial throughout the interview. So don't panic. If you panic, things would only get worse. So stay composed for the 20 or 25 minutes. Don't ever bluff. If you don't know an answer, just say you don't know. If you want to guess, seek permission and then only guess.
Hello friends, first of all congratulations for clearing engineering services examination written part. So you are heading to a very important phase of the examination, that is interview. If you have done well in written part, you have to secure a good marks to ensure a very good rank in top 10 or top 5. And if you have done below average or average in written, then you have to really do well to secure a rank in this examination. So moving further, the interview is going to start with your DAF. You have to go through each and every point of your DAF in detail. You have to search for questions of every point you have mentioned in the DAF. Suppose I call it WH questions: what, how, who, when. So these kind of questions you should ask for yourself and write it down and practice the answers, so that you get the right words and right sentences at the time of interview if any question come from the DAF. And from in DAF also, if you have any work experience or if you have done any MTech, you should be very conversant with the topics or the job profile you have performed in your previous job or in your MTech. Suppose you have done in job in design or some consultancy, so they may ask what kind of job, they may go into detail also. So you never know what kind of a question is going to ask from your job. So be conversant with the profile of your job or be with the subjects of your MTech or post graduation. So moving further, there will be a part on that service selection. You have to explain the interview board why, if they ask why you have selected such choice of services, so you should be very confident and very precise in explaining those points for which you have opted for this services as first choice or second choice, and be truthful to you and to them, because with truth confidence come, and if you are not confident, the good score you are going to get in interview is highly unlikely. So I would like to suggest you one thing: be honest, be confident, keep a cherishing face and a very healthy confidence in yourself while answering the questions asked by the interviewer. And moving further, you have to prepare journal studies. In fact, if you are related to a engineering background and some current affairs and current event is related to that, you should be very swift in that, because if they ask anything related to that and you are not conversant with it, then you may lose some marks. And try not to fluke them, because they are very experienced lotter and they know who is lying and who is honest. So be very confident, spot on in your answers, and perform to your best at your best level. And coming to the part like technical questions, you have to prepare most of the topics from paper 1 and paper 2. Like in civil engineering, they may ask any question from any paper, but they will be asking more of a practical application based questions. Like from project management, they may ask if you have job experience, they may ask related to job profile you have. Suppose you were a designer or site engineer, they may ask related to the question linking the civil engineering and the theoretical knowledge to it. And in paper 2, you have to be very conversant with environmental engineering and irrigation and hydrology, because nowadays these issues are in current affairs, and they may link civil engineering with this current affairs and ask questions. They may be practical based or they may be theory based. So you have to be very strong in your technical front, because apart from chairman, the members will be asking technical more or less technical questions, be it practical or be it theoretical. And apart from that, before appearing in interview, you should maintain your routine, daily routine very religiously. Suppose you have a interview in morning session, you should wake up at proper time, sleep at proper time, have proper food, and do exercise, keep yourself motivated, keep yourself refreshed, so that at the time of interview you will be feeling confident enough to face the interview panel with more energy and enthusiasm, because enthusiasm and energy is needed with confidence to secure a good marks in interview. So all the best guys, I hope this video will help you.